Chiefs will kick off their first noon game of the year. They will host the Oakland Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders. For the first game of the year on noon. They need to slow down Max Crosby and Austin Gentry, who averages 71 yards a game. But the Raiders haven't been that good. The Kansas City Chiefs and Las Vegas Raiders 2-4, 3-3. All of a sudden, the Chiefs are the answer to win the AFC again. According to bets, with the game being at 12, the Chiefs are coming off a dominant victory over the Lions, 30-17. Appears it's hitting its stride. Patrick Mahomes, quarterback, continues to be playing at an MVP level. Travis Kelce remains a top target in the passing game. Raiders snapped a 4-game losing streak and victory over the Titans. Running back Austin Gentry is the 6th overall pick and has been a bright spot for the Raiders, having 424 yards. Matchups to watch: Chiefs versus offensive line, Raiders versus Kansas City defense, binding it in rhythm. Vegas led by linebacker Devin White. Looks like they can contain Mahomes and Kelce. White has expressed confidence in his ability to cover Kelce, setting a stage for intergating battle. The Sun, the Raiders rushing attack versus Chiefs defense attack. Gentry's impressive defense linebacker Tranquil aims to maintain the running game and maintain its streak of 100 yards 2023. Airhead Pride. Prediction: the Chiefs enter as a 12-point favorite and favorites. However, Raiders' resiliency, defense's emerging offense threatens to make it a competitive clash. Mine is 30-17. Although you never know with the Raiders, it could be closer. The Los Angeles Rams, the next noon game, the Los Angeles Rams face the Jacksonville Jaguars in Week 7, Wembley Stadium in London, October 19th. They are led by the Rams by Matthew Stafford and Devontae Adams. Tutu Tuwala aim to keep their strong this season despite wide receiver Puka Noah being out. The Jaguars are led by Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne. Look to rebound after the loss in Seattle. Key matchups: passing attack versus Jaguars secondary. The Rams are 3-point favorites, but the game is expected to be close. Give me the Jags, 27-20. That's my school. Kickoff is at 9:30 and 10:30 Pacific Eastern. The Chicago Bears will host the New Orleans Saints, Soldier Field. The Bears have a strong running game, a strong running game. Last 3 games have won 3 in a row for the first time since 2018. Rookie quarterback Caleb Williams and DeAndre Swift. Wide receiver DJ Moore and wide receiver Romeo Dundunez. My key to the game would be keep not turning the ball over to New Orleans. If Chicago can do that, they can win. The Saints are struggling under their first year, Kellen Moore with a 1-5 record. Spencer Rattler leads the offense with Calvin Kamara and continues to be the focal point of the running game. Defense has been vulnerable, allowing multiple touchdowns. Key matchups to watch out for, including Chicago's passing attack against the Saints' secondary, Alvin Kamara rushing ability versus the Bears' defense. Chicago enters a 5-point favorite. Home field advantage, a recent giving the edge, but New Orleans has the talent to keep the game competitive. The Saints have been terrible this year. Give me the Bears, 34-24 by 10. Kick it at 12 and 1 Eastern. The Indianapolis Colts with 5-1 will play the Los Angeles Chargers at SoFi Stadium Sunday, October 19th at 1:05. The quarterback rely on Daniel Jones. Colts Jonathan Taylor,,
1:05. The quarterback rely on Daniel Jones, Colts Jonathan Taylor, NFL rushing wide receiver 2 Travis Etienne, 1:05. The quarterback rely on Daniel Jones, Colts Jonathan Taylor, NFL rushing wide receiver 3 Travis Etienne, 1:05. The quarterback rely on Daniel Jones, Colts Jonathan Taylor, NFL rushing wide receiver
Tara Warrensburg's a key target in the Chargers' footer. Justin Herbert, that's who the Colts are playing, the Chargers. Lloyd McCoy with the talented defense aiming to contain Indianapolis. This game kicks at 1:05, at 3:05, and 4:05 Eastern Pacific. The other two games, Commanders and Cowboys. The Cowboys are 2-3-1. The Dallas Cowboys are 2-3-1. They post the Washington Commanders are 3-3 at AT&T Stadium. Dallas gets a boost with C.D. Lamb and Trevon Diggs back. Dak Prescott leads the offense. Washington's without Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuels, relying on Joe Jacoby's Krosky and Merritt. Key matchups: Cowboys packing attack versus the Commanders defense and rushing game versus the run. Dallas is favored by 5 points. Atlanta Falcons rookie Baja Robinson led the NFL in run scrimmage, 822. Cincinnati plays Oklahoma State. That's your Sam Vaughn Sports update on college football. Here's a link from yesterday for college football and more. Now we move on to baseball. In baseball, the stats stand behind the greatest individual performance as Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers are headed to the World Series. Shohei Ohtani made his first at-bat last night, and he was just getting started. Here are the 13 reasons why he's a magnum OPS and pennant clincher, was the best single-game output in baseball history. This historic showed early Shohei Ohtani first inning game regular postseason. He's the only postseason player to lead off a game and start on the mound, which he has done twice, but he didn't stop there. Ohtani hit another home run in the fourth inning and third. In the seventh, he became the first pitcher with multiple home runs. Meanwhile, on the mound, in 6+, Shohei striked out 10 in MLB history, out 5 batters and 3 strikeouts. Number 4, he was the second. This was his second start of the career opportunities, at least 10 strikeouts and multiple home runs. And to plate, he's the only player to do that twice, because of course he is. Ohtani, the player striking out a batter, hit a home run the first inning postseason game. He also first player to strike out 3 batters and hit a home run in the same postseason inning. He had 2 strikeouts in fourth before hitting his second homer. First player to make multiple home runs. Ohtani homers in the postseason pitch in all games, the most of any player in a career game pitched. The only player to even have 2 are Bob Gibson and Eric Kell. Speaking of Gibson entering Friday, there was only one pitcher in the postseason had hit his story 10 strikeouts and homer once. Shohei Ohtani 13 3-home run game was historic in the 2021 clincher, and Game 5 of the 2017 with multiple home runs, 3 home runs in the games, 2 away from Babe Ruth on Reggie Jackson. It was his 13th 3-home run game in the postseason for Shohei Ohtani, entering Beltre in 2011 and Adam Kennedy in ALCS Jackson World Series Game 6 and run 1928 World Series Game 4. The 9th reason is that Shohei Ohtani hit 3 home runs and he crushed the exit velocity of 111, 116, and 113. He became the first player with multiple home runs of at least 116 miles an hour. The 2 home run streak, the longest home run streak in statistic in 469 in Dodgers per team. The ballpark has history frequent long home runs, but that hasn't before Shohei, who hits runs at least 500, 450, including playoffs. Even multiple 3 under StatCast. 116, 116, 113. Shohei Ohtani, top distance, 469 feet, 446 feet, 427 feet. Top pitch velocity, 100.3, 100.2, 99.5. Swings and misses, 19 for Shohei Ohtani. That's your 13 reasons why Shohei Ohtani is the MVP and has one of the greatest NLCS performance ever. The Dodgers are headed to the World Series. They will play either Seattle or Toronto. Seattle won last night 6-2, scoring 5 in the bottom of the 8th to help them wheel their way to a victory. 6-2. The Dodgers are headed to the World Series, and they sweep the Brewers in 4 games. That's Sam Vaughn Sports.